A very good morning, Team Zimbabwe. Mamuka say, Mamuka say, Mamuka say. My name is Ronald Wekwamakusha, and I'm back so that we can talk about what happened in Chinhoyi yesterday. Advocate Nosun Chamisa held a rally in Chinhoyi yesterday, and there was a suspected bombing which happened at his venue when he was about to get into the stadium. And the question is, who is behind that assassination attempt? We are actually labeling it as an assassination attempt because that is the position of the organization or of party, Citizens Coalition for Change. As you can see right here, that is a letter from Advocate Fadzai Mahere, who is the spokesperson of Citizens Coalition for Change. And let us take a look on what she said in this letter. She actually clarified that indeed there was an attempt on Advocate Nosun Chamisa's life. And the heading, as you can see here, says another assassination attempt on Advocate Nelson Chamisa. And she said that today the CCC held a rally at Gadzema grounds in Chinhoyi, Mashonaland West Province, which was graced by a bumper crowd of citizens. As the motorcade of our change champion in chief, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, approached the entrance of the venue, a silver sedan vehicle, AFA 1651, sped past and threw explosives at the convoy. This incident happened hours after petrol bombs had been thrown at the venue last night as our advance team was setting for today's gathering. We condemn this cowardly act. This latest assassination attempt comes barely a month after two similar threats on the life of Advocate Nosun Chamisa in Wedza and Gokwe Kabuyuni, respectively. The attack follows death threats against Advocate Nosun Chamisa in the CCC by ZANU-PF leaders, including Upton Mashayanyika, whose incitement to violence was caught on camera but no arrests have taken place. After the detonation of explosives, the security team immediately intensified security at all entry points of the venue to safeguard against a further security breach inside the venue. So this is what happened to Team Zimbabwe. And they also addressed the issue of Ruvimbo Muchenje, and a journalist who reportedly got assaulted at the venue. And they said the security team further had to manage the panicked crowd which was trying to run to safety. In the midst of this emergency response effort, a misunderstanding arose between journalist Ruvimbo Muchenje and one of our security officers, leading to a regrettable incident of assault. Our communications team immediately stepped in to de-escalate the incident. We have since approached Ruvimbo Mchenje directly to offer our unreserved apology for the incident. She graciously accepted our apology. For the avoidance of doubt, we remain committed to ensuring a free and safe environment for journalists who cover our events. Journalism is never a crime. Lessons have been learned from this incident, and we are improving our protocols to ensure such an incident does not transpire in the future. We thank the citizens of Chinhoyi for their overwhelming support at the recent by-elections and turning out in their thousands to attend our thank you rally this afternoon. Our change champion in chief delivered a message of hope and inspiration and emphasized the need for all citizens to register to vote in their masses so that we win Zimbabwe for change in 2023. And it was signed off by Advocate Fadzai Mahere, who is the national spokesperson of CCC. So this is what happened at Team Zimbabwe. And the question which remains is, who is after Advocate Nelson Chamisa? Who is trying to assassinate Advocate Nelson Chamisa, and for what reason is that person trying to assassinate him? These are the questions we all have as a people, and it's regrettable that we have people who stoop so low to an extent of wanting to assassinate somebody who they claim a non-entity. The reason why I'm saying so is because everywhere ZANU-PF speaks, they say Advocate Nelson Chamisa is not somebody with prospects to win the election. They call him a non-entity. But the question is, why are you trying to assassinate somebody who you call a non-entity? Why are you after Advocate Nelson Chamisa? And what's the motivation? That is the question. And it's difficult to get an honest answer from ZANU-PF people because they will continue to actually blame other people for their actions. These are people who can't take responsibility of their actions, people who can't take responsibility of their failure. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. I haven't seen any comments here on this live broadcast. I'm going to take a further look on what was happening in Chinhoyi before we end this program. Just a few issues of what was happening in Chinhoyi. Let us take a look on on this one. Advocate Nelson Chamisa's life has been at risk for a very long time, and several instances we have never seen a police report or the police actually giving a statement on these reports of assassination attempts on Advocate Nelson Chamisa. So let us take a look of what was happening. This was Advocate Nelson Chamisa actually saying, massive yellow chinoi. And let us take a look. So guys, Chinoi was different, and I love what was really happening in Chinoi. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. The question is, why an attempt on Advocate Nelson Chamisa's life? Why can't you just leave the young man do his job as mandated by the people of Zimbabwe? Why can't you just leave him to do the campaign freely without being harassed, without the interference from the security quarters, from anybody? So the people who are actually trying to dismiss what happened to Advocate Nelson Chamisa, they are probably ZANU-PF people. And let us remember that in 2018, there was an attempt on President Emerson Mnangagwa himself at White City Stadium. A grenade was thrown at President Emerson Mnangagwa. If that happened to a whole president, a man with tight security, with the maximum security in this country, if it happened on him, what about on Nelson Chamisa? What about on an opposition leader without tight security, a state-sponsored security like that? So if you look at an Advocate Nelson Chamisa's security, is different from that of the state, because in terms of my resources, in terms of the extent they can go, the state security does have can go anyway without any boundaries in terms of securing the president. But if you look at Advocate Nelson Chamisa security, they have boundaries. There are certain area, levels they can't reach. So if it is happening on Advocate Nelson Chamisa, if it happened on President Emerson Mnangagwa, the state president, what about Advocate Nelson Chamisa? This is something the police and the state security should ensure that they look into. If you go to America, they protect everybody. The candidates, they are well protected. So you can actually see that in Zimbabwe, it's a different case, because we were supposed to see President Nelson Chamisa being given or having an attached security system, to end up to make sure that he is safe wherever he goes. But that is different, because these are the same people who sponsor violence. and they will never sponsor his security. So, Team Zimbabwe, this is it. We don't know the motive, we don't know the person behind this assassination attempt. We just pray to God for preservation of life. Myself, I believe that we die um, with God's time, or in God's time, and we live because of God. We die because of God. If God approves that we die, we will die. If God says no, we will live. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. I love you all. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for the support you've been offering us on this platform. Keep on subscribing, keep on commenting, and keep on sharing. So if you have any news, if you have anything for us, feel free to get in touch with us on our WhatsApp number appearing on the screen here. This is the WhatsApp number. If you have any news, if you have anything, if you want to come on this platform live, feel free to get in touch with us on that WhatsApp number. It's WhatsApp only. So if you send a text message, you won't get a response. If you call, you won't get a response. WhatsApp only, strictly WhatsApp. So WhatsApp us anything, and we'll be good to go. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for the support you've been offering to us. My name is Ronald Wekwamakusha. Let us meet in other programs and other episodes.